Isn't it the right thing to beat yourself up if you struggle with food? Right? Isn't that the right thing? It's a weakness of yours. It's a flaw. Other people have normal relationships with food. Why don't you? Shouldn't you beat yourself up? Shouldn't you notice that this is a problem, that it's affecting your life? You should be hard on yourself, right? You should improve. You should, discipline yourself to be better next time. You should, you know, be hard on yourself, right? You got a problem. You got to fix it. There's no room for weakness. This is a big problem. You gotta act. There's truth there. But that energy of harshness, of criticism, is going to set you back. And in this video, I want to talk and explore the alternative of compassion from a viewpoint of why all this self-bashing is limited. It's a limited perspective. Compassion is the way forward. So we can talk a lot about compassion. In this video, we're going to be talking about understanding why eating is so difficult and how compassion can be the natural response when you really get how challenging this eating stuff is. I know that when I first started going to therapy a long, long time ago, it was really, really tough for me to accept that I had some faulty wiring, that I kind of was programmed from birth just to be a lot disconnected from my body, to have a lot of shame. And it was really tough for me to see myself as sort of, wow, I didn't get what some other people got. I didn't get that love and connection as a kid. So in a way, I'm behind developmentally. And that can be shameful, or shame doesn't help, or we can have a compassionate response, which is, hey, this is not your fault. You didn't choose, for me, I didn't choose to not have attunement. It was not my fault. This is where I'm at, and it is painful, and you can recover from it, and it's not your fault. And this is going to be patience. We're going to have to learn a new way to attune and love ourselves, and criticism is not the way forward. I offer myself as an example because I don't want you thinking that you're deficient in a bad way. I don't want you thinking there's something to be ashamed about. But when you see the complexity of eating, and I'll show you this map in a second, you'll see that there were factors since your birth that predisposed you through no fault of your own, vast forces that contributed to your current eating struggles. I'll show you that diagram in a bit. I don't want to overwhelm you with all the causes of eating struggles, but by seeing the deep-rooted, kind of insidious, but all these various causes that are cultural and systematic, and I want you to really see that the limited viewpoint of self-criticism is just not the right response. Self-criticism is like assuming this is all under your control. It's assuming you are the one responsible, and therefore it's your fault. I'm going to show you this diagram. It's not meant to overwhelm you. We'll go through it briefly. It's all these different causes and contributions that kind of underlie your eating struggles. On the very surface, yeah, it looks like you're restricting or you're binging on the very surface, it does kind of look like your fault. I agree. And it is tempting to want to criticize yourself for it being your fault. This graphic is just meant to widen your perspective. And as you can see, it starts off with your inner emotions, right? These negative thoughts you might have, for example, in the first quadrant, yourself. That's these negative thoughts. Guess where they came from? They came from your parents. They came from culture. All right. All these lack of meaning in your life. All these things. They're within you. So that's one domain of what contributes to disordered eating is these inner thoughts and emotions you have. That's one. The next one is sort of your body. You know, your gut, your food, your eating habits. It's the physical body, the exterior. And then you have the cultural systems, which are completely beyond your control. Diet culture, judgmental society, high standards for productivity, no self-care. And we ultimately get to these systems of, food incentives, which are, all the cheap, crappy food is available everywhere. So I just want to show you this diagram real quick because your eating struggles are the tip of the iceberg, and you're up against a very challenging foe. All these different factors, and I'm not trying to depress you where you collapse under the weight of this. No. I'm asking you to see that this is difficult, and instead of beating yourself up to see, wow, this is difficult. This is difficult. Wow. Okay. Okay. I didn't choose my genetics. I didn't choose my proclivities to food. I didn't choose the thoughts I was programmed with. I didn't choose all these things. So I gotta be nice. I gotta say, hey, honey. Hey, Matt. It's okay. Right after you binge, right after you restrict, right after you do the worst thing possible, criticism is not the right response. It's hey, can I be soft? Can I be soft? Can I understand that this thing you're caught up in is way beyond you. It's generational. It's big. It's within you. It's not all your fault. And compassion is saying, hey, this is tough, hon. This is tough. We got to be patient. It's okay to make mistakes. You don't have to be perfect. No one is perfect. It's okay. Other people are struggling with this too. It's okay. It's okay that you still have that negative voice. It's okay that you're still going to binge. It's okay. It's okay. This is tough. It's okay for it to hurt. It is okay. You're allowed to feel pain. So, that in a quick nutshell is the gist of this message. We're talking about compassion. And I want you to open your mind up to see, wow, this eating shit is big. And me beating myself up for it is kind of limited. And just trust me on this. We can get into this more in depth. Compassion is not saying there's no problem. Compassion is, hey, there's a problem. There's a problem. Let's orient ourselves towards it. Let's do our best. Let's relax. Let's realize that this problem is not me. That I'm going to try my best. I'm going to learn from my failure. I'm going to fail. I'm going to fall down. Of course, I'm going to fall down. Of course, I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to make 100 times more. I'm going to do it again and again and again and again. And that's okay. Because these are big struggles that go beyond me. And I'm somehow caught up in it. But this is a maelstrom that is beyond me. And man, is it tough. And man, is it okay for me to struggle. And I am going to sit with myself and I'm going to try to do the best I can to love on myself and to be soft as I can. So this orientation of compassion is just, it is so important for your, I'm going to say your soul development. You know, sometimes we think that we're solving the eating problem. We say, oh, I got to fix the eating. Really, this is about evolving your soul. In the process of evolving your soul, your eating struggles will diminish. Okay? So this is about eating enlightenment. Wink, wink. Eating Enlightenment, hint, it's not about the eating. It's about you enlightening yourself, you developing the wisdom and compassion and soul within. And the criticism, it's not going to go away overnight. It won't go away in a year or 2 year or 3 or 4 years, but wax on, wax off. But the water smooths the rocks, right? The rocks in the ocean, they're all smooth. They didn't get smooth overnight. They got smooth with a lot of repetition of water softly going over them. And compassion is like this. It's very soft. It's ongoing. And I want you to lean into compassion and understand that this problem is vast. And compassion is really the only way to respond to it. So these are just a few little thoughts on compassion. I'm going to link to a great book on compassion by Kristen Neff. And I'll also link to the journaling app. If you have ideas on how to integrate compassion into the journaling app, I would love for you to download the Eating Enlightenment Journal app, to try it out and give me feedback. I really want your feedback. So especially on how to get compassion, this is a puzzle that I'm sort of focused on, is how can we bring this soul into an app, and your feedback and support would be amazing. And any other issues you notice with the app, I really would love it. So you can email me and love your feedback. Okay. Namaste.